Hello, Aries, and welcome to your mid-April reading. Thanks for joining me again here in this moment. Really appreciate you tuning in. Look at that. I have a card upside down here somewhere in this business. I wonder what that's all about with you guys. I might just have to... Oh, there we go. Five of Wands. Upside down, right side up. When it comes to reversals, I just keep my deck fluid. I never go through it, change things up. Depends on which way I pick it up. When I clean it, I don't put the cards in order or anything like that. Reversals to me aren't bad juju. They're just looking at things more in depth, and some cards have a greater difference in their reversal to their uprights, where some it's a little more subtle. So that's just kind of quick explanation. Not going to give it to all the signs, but it's relevant for Aries, so it came up. So thanks again. I hope you're all in a place of comfort and joy, bliss, abundance, whatever. I have a feeling April's been a very busy time for you guys. And I also have a feeling if some of you might be feeling a little bit depleted. Energies might be a little bit low. But we're going to ask Tarot what's up for Aries for the month of April, mid-April. Moving past the full moon. You have to bear with me, guys. I just moved into a new sanctuary. So I'm reading from a brand new place. We're up at a big table, which is kind of cool. I haven't read from... I usually read on the floor. I haven't been at the big table since I used to read for the big 1-900 dial a clairvoyant from way back in the day. Okay, but this is about you, Aries. And look, we have strength for your overall energy at the bottom of the deck. What a great card to have there. We got the Lady and the Lion, the Beauty and the Beast. Not to get cliche if you haven't been out to the movies. But yes, the strength it takes sometimes to really see through all of the facade that might be going on around you, Aries, is a feeling. This is strength of vision. This is strength of clarity and pursuit, is the feeling I have here. I'm drawn to see the lion's mouth in this case. In a traditional deck of tarot, the lady is fighting to sort of either keep that mouth closed or open it up. Here you can see the lady is not even worried about whether that mouth is open or closed. She's almost allowing that inner instinct, that beast within, to come forward. So I feel like Aries, with the sun in your sign, with a lot of things working in your favor, a lot of you are going to be almost no filter Aries. You'll be speaking your truth. We'll see what comes up in the areas of communication. But strength just to get off your chest, whatever it might be that you need to tell people. Strength and conviction in being yourself and worrying. It's almost like you guys are going to be in a position where it's you may need to ask for forgiveness rather than permission when it comes to going ahead and doing and saying things, and then putting your own personal strength first, and then maybe having to go back a little bit later to smooth things over with people that might have been put out of the way by your own personal strength. Good energy to have in overall energy is the strength energy. I love strength. It speaks to me of health, of fitness, of peace of mind, of just knowingness and confidence. So that's really good. All right. For my subscribers, now we're going to be working through the 7 major chakra houses. Once again, sorry, I just try and keep it a little more centered here. We'll be upgrading the studio as we go along. Look, I was tempted to flip over this communication card first. Let's break the rules already. Hey, Aries, let's see what's up for you in communication. This is the throat chakra. We've got 10 of Cups reversed. So some areas I have a feeling are really needing to get off their chest something to their partner. Long-term married couples, Aries that are in partnerships, long-term relationships, it looks like we're almost needing the strength to talk about something with our partners, to engage in a conversation that might be difficult, that might be tough, that the other person might not be wanting to engage in. And this could be talks of, moving through earlier in 2017, the feeling is Aries in partnerships were dealing with, looking at their vows, reviewing their relationships, and maybe having these conversations with partners where we get 10 of Cups upright to, get that state of harmony and bliss going for us. Maybe this conversation we're needing to have is for our the married Aries and those in long-term partnerships to really get something off their chest to their partner or talk to them. 10 of Cups as well could be things of needing clarity with family and home and estate sort of things. Ten of Cups being the domestic bliss card in reverse. The feeling I have is that some of you might be looking at situations where, I'll be flat out, you're saying it, you're reviewing prenuptial agreements for some of you, maybe looking at alimony, child support payments. For those of you that are separated, and tough talks, maybe even some negotiations regarding those kind of things to a domestic situation that may have fallen apart in the recent past is what I got here. So wow, we really broke the rules there and going with communication right off the hop. And we'll relate back to that. Let's go into grounding now. And we've got Nine of Pentacles reversed. Okay, so this card comes up of an earthly nature. The feeling here is that some of you are kind of really feeling a bit of those depleted energies I was talking about. The day-to-day life, some of you might be just kind of going through the motions of commuting, getting to work, earning your keep, making your paycheck, but then not really like doing much with yourself, with your spiritual essence in your free time. The feeling with this card is the initial one I had off the hop of that depleted energy. Nine Pentacles reversed to me feels like all the efforts are going towards like security, basic needs, making sure the bills are paid, and then at the end of the day there might not be much energy left overwards. Like you may not even have time to like take the dog for a walk or like those kind of things. You might just be feeling really kind of tired, waiting for the grass to green up, waiting for the warm weather to really sort of kick in, and for trees like to bloom, flowers to come out, that kind of thing. It's almost the feeling I have is like some of you are kind of have to kick yourself in the butt to get out and doing things that you want to be doing and enjoy doing, rather than just like coming home and being too tired and feeling too depleted at the end of the day. So this is up in your grounding energy, which means day-to-day life, earthly, mundane things. So things as well to look out for with Nine of Pentacles is make sure that if you have your rainy day fund, you guys are doing lots of good research to figure out what it is that you want to buy, what you want to purchase. If the feeling I have with this card is like Aries are going to have to kind of be a little bit cautious of like, what do they call it, impulsive spending, even that kind of thing. Okay, Nine of Pentacles. We got 9 and 10 so far, and the Strength card. So some of you are going through the late stages of closing out something, and you're having the strength to do it. All right, in our creative center, in our sacral chakra, we have 6 of Wands, which is traditionally the card of victory. This is, to me, speaks of passionate enterprises. Things I feel that you guys want to get going, you want to get off the ground. Other things that have come to completion now, you're almost like wondering which direction to go next as far as creativity goes. Some of you might, I feel, just like haven't even had time for creativity, or the things that you have created, you've received accolades or recognition of probably your commitment or your contributions to workplace, is the feeling I have for this, like creative contributions to workplace. They may not even seem overly creative to you, but other people have seen you as overcoming certain things and like putting things right, putting things together, and you're receiving some sort of indication for that or some sort of accolade for that. So for some of you, it might be like be prepared to be acknowledged at company meetings. Be prepared to be acknowledged through like a gift or a receipt of something, maybe through the workplace. Or if you are an artist here, Aries, it could be kind of a breakthrough time for your work to become noticed, or for you to actually maybe receive some accreditation in the field that you're in. Okay, that's why I have 6 of Wands. Good, excellent card to have there. Okay, all right. This card doesn't want to come up. We're going to put it up because here we go. Now we have 5 of Cups reversed here. Okay, so some of you might be in a situation where this conversation we're having over domestic situations here, coming back to Cups, it looks, the feeling is that there might have been some forgiveness involved. And in general reading, this might be like you forgiving your lover, or your lover forgiving you in regards to something that caused a little bit of disconcernment, or maybe caused like a spending too much time, too much space had kind of crept into the relationship, or some sort of forgiveness was needed in the gut instinct. The feeling I have here is that you know the words you need to come up with. You know what it is you need to say. There might just be an unwillingness to do so. There may be an unwillingness to confront. Well, and this could be the other person unwilling to confront you, but you may have to be the better person here, Aries, in this situation, needing to build that bridge to engage in this conversation. Because again, here, the Five of Cups, we have someone here that is not really wanting to communicate, someone that's not really wanting to. But it shows here that it has a good chance of happening, that someone's going to come to a realization or a revelation that some sort of conversation or some sort of opening up needs to occur. There may have just been too much silent treatment going on, too much turning the other cheek or something like that I have in this Five of Cups and solar plexus. As well, this here could be going back to self-care. Some of you might be looking for something to really get these exercises going for yourself. Again, we have this situation here with these ladies in these cards, just kind of not knowing what to do with themselves, not knowing, where to put their energies, where to put it. But again, here, this is because we got the bird in this card. We were drawn to communication, and now we have this one person coming to a realization that there needs to be a 180 that happens in regards to the current energy that surrounds the situation in order to see these other two cups, to see the options that are coming. And this could be coming as early, as, right at mid-month towards the third week in April is the feeling I have with this Five of Cups, is that this conversation is going to happen. Emotionally based conversation that's requiring strength. Okay, now we move into our heart chakra area. And look at this. We have a court card here. We have a Knight of Swords reversed. So this is someone that is unwilling to move into a position of communication. Straight up. The Knight of Swords reversed is being I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to move into that energy. I don't want to move into that situation. I don't want to engage in that. The air element being sort of the element of mental assertiveness, which involves communication. And the Knight of Swords, what this means is it's charging into it, go, 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 let's get it done. This is no, it's almost like we're wanting to turn tail and run away from this. And this is what the heart chakra is saying. It's there will come a point of ultimatum almost, I feel, with this conversation that needs to occur. And this is overwhelming. We're not really getting any side timelines or storylines, I don't feel, through this reading. A little bit with this career stuff, I feel, with this Six of Wands here, and a little bit of depleted energy just on a mundane level. But the big message here so far in this reading is this about a conversation that needs to happen, that I have a feeling will happen, but the heart is almost saying no. The heart is afraid to have this conversation, but so far the overall energy of strength is saying you need to be strong in order to have this conversation. And you can infer from whatever it is that this means to you, right? I'm reading just for people, Aries friends, people under the influence of Aries so far, all right? We talked about 10 of Cups reversing in communication, our personal truth, our throat chakra area. Some of you know that this situation is about someone that close to you. It doesn't have to be a husband or a lover. This could be, by not get a feeling of an intervention for a relative, but this could be somebody, two people that have become estranged that, you kind of got that feeling that you need to reach out, or they haven't reached out to you for a little while, so you're wanting to bridge the gap, sort of. So let's see what's happening in third eye. Let's see what's going on in the soul questing, the spiritual visioning, and what spirit can say to us about this situation. Look, Six of Swords straight up. So, Six of Swords, the message with Six of Swords is we have the opportunity here to move from rougher waters into still waters. That is the old cliche that comes with this card, all right? But if we look at the ladies in the boat, I see two ladies that are the same lady, all right? This one is willing to engage. This one's willing to move forward. This one's willing to do the work that it takes to push the boat into a place of better peace. And this is the one that's like looking at all of the potential bad things that could happen, like that the fear of stepping into uncertainty through action. So they'd rather just sit there and let the boat rock and let, nature carry it to wherever it wants to go, which is not, they know, that person knows it's kind of wrong. See how she's got her head buried there in her shoulder a little bit? There's like a little too much of like, I know I did wrong. I know something's going wrong, right? And I say she because it's ladies mostly in these cards, but it's not gender specific. You guys all know that, right? So Six of Swords is saying, if you put in the work, if you're willing to take your power, grab hold of the situation firmly, do some pushing, it shows that you will be in a better state of peace. This has a risk of moving into like Nine of Swords type energy, which is not, this is like staying up at night, not being able to sleep, mulling over situations that if you feel you have no control of. It takes root in the Six of Swords when you start getting trapped into this vision, and then you get into like Eight of Swords, Nine of Swords, where it really starts to feel contracting and conflicting. Spirit is saying you still have a window, you still have an opportunity in Six of Swords to move past this, to get into the stiller waters, okay? We're going to do that. So hopefully that makes sense. So at bedtime, it might be good to write down what it is that you want. You want to have the strength to say that so that you can't do it. Maybe you can revise. Maybe you can edit. Maybe you can have the communication in the form of a letter or an email, or if you're afraid a little bit to have it, if your heart's unwilling to have this conversation face to face, maybe you can do something creatively, like we've seen Victory and creativity. Maybe you can do this through a painting with a letter attached. If it's something that's really hard to say, if it's something in the long term, okay? Heart goes out to you, Aries. Law of compassion there. Let's see what's going on in crown energy. Okay, I got my little card holder. Typically, I would flip this up like this, right? Wow, we got the Hermit upright. Hi, Hermit. How are you? The Hermit comes from the tarot to recognize that sometimes it's better here to really get in touch with yourself, to find out what it is that you want in order to make the situation favorable towards you. Hermit is able to pull light from the darkness, but recognizing that there can be no light without said darkness, okay? So whatever it is that you're going through, here we got fruit on the trees again. The Hermit is also saying that for some Aries watching this, things could be a matter of time here. Some of you are like kind of in a position where you're just like waiting on something or somebody. Just for the almost like some of you that are in tune, Aries, you're almost like waiting for the stars to align for something. And the Hermit's saying that's okay. If the heart's unwilling to move on this situation and it's not too drawing on your mind too much, right? If you're willing to sort of deal with whatever comes to hand on a day-to-day type basis, Hermit's saying it might be okay, even though the heartstrings are telling you to have this conversation, to deal with this thing outright. The Hermit is saying that the opportunity is there, but a lot of Aries may decide to wait. This could be a very difficult thing that you're having to deal with. We got 8 moving into 9 here. So the feeling is some of the Aries are not going to make their move. They're going to choose a path of inaction, as it were, in whatever this situation is that's coming up. But the opportunity is here to act. So let's just ask for some quick qualifiers. I'm kind of curious to see what we got going on. We're going to clarify up our communication, action versus inaction. I said action, that card popped out. So what? And then we need one for inaction, because I believe in 2 paths. I believe nothing, you have the power. All right. So we go action. We'll put action over here on this side with strength. And look, we're speaking of 2 paths. Action shows another 2 paths. So for some of you, this is larger energy. If you choose to act on this, it may be you would act, you would initiate, and then you would need to sort of wait for a response for a longer period of time. And then that your future might be dependent on whatever that response from that other person is. And the feeling here is for those where I mentioned earlier, where you're looking at settling negotiations with alimony or support payments or dissolving an estate, that sort of things, perhaps between brothers or sisters. That's another one that just came up here intuitively, I felt with this card, is that you may have had parents that have recently just passed, all condolences, and there may be some sibling things going on here in regards to estates. We haven't seen much in the way of pentacles except for this 9 that's up here in grounding, so that could definitely be what's going on. In this one we have pentacle as well. So if you act, it's showing that you're going to be in a situation where you may act thinking that you're going to tackle the situation, finish the situation, but the truth is you're going to act and then you're going to have to wait for a response. The hermit's like patiently waiting to see what other people are going to do. And when it comes to negotiation, that can be smart. All right, I don't read these Lenderman cards in reverse. I like just intuitively going off the drawings. So this is inaction. And this, it looks to me here though, as like if for those Aries that are in negotiations, are in these tough talks and negotiations with lovers and stuff, it's showing that you're really wise to choose to wait here. Well, look at this. We got Ace, King of Diamonds. Like, if this was Texas Hold'em, I would be rolling with this hand. I would be rolling with the path of inaction. And the Hermit kind of solidified that for me. Like, when I saw it there, I was just like, maybe whatever it is, this heartfelt conversation that you're feeling like having, and your heart's willing to undo it, it's like, maybe we've got to listen to our heart here. We can't, like, we don't want to, like, speak too quickly sort of thing. So this, thank you for the clarity, tarot and cards, for showing us here. Like, a path of inaction is showing here that when these stars do align, things are going to favor you quite well. And you may be seeing, like, there may be some discontentment. See how these fishes are like kind of like suspiciously looking at each other, like, why are you going the other way? Well, why are you going the other way? Why are you doing what you're doing? I don't know what you're doing over there. What are you doing over there? Right? That energy you could expect that to continue for a little bit. But this card is showing here that time and fulfillment, and sort of, what do they call this? Like, all things, everything. I can't think of the word right now. Like, everything, all good things. That the path of inaction, you could be coming out on the bright side there with that. So it's good to see. All right, Aries, I hope we're running okay for time. I never time these things out. I probably should set a timer, but we're just going to ask the Enchanted Map Oracle deck for one last capstone. I said one. It gave me two. I asked for one. It gave me two. But we got one. We got two. All right. I'm going to have to go grab my book. Like I said, I just unpacking here, just finished a move. You guys just focus on this for a quick second. We've got card number 13, Solitude, and card number 52, Magical Shape Shifter. Please bear with me. I'm really sorry, guys. I had to grab my book because I like to read the meanings with this. We're going to start with Solitude here. Back to this energy of Nine of Pentacles, like being single, being alone, or maybe needing to talk to somebody. Sorry, number 13, Solitude. I am comfortable in my own skin as I detach to replenish my soul. Meditation is required when you receive the Solitude card as a sign. Empty your mind of superfluous thoughts and allow stillness to flow through your whole being. This is not an advantageous time to ask questions or push forward in any way. Rather, it's a period for conscious retreat. What's called for now is to step back and take your focus off of your life and your troubles. You'll be surprised by how things sort themselves out once you replenish your energy by means of a much-needed rest and time out. So yes, Knives of Swords and the Hermit are both saying that. Like, look at this energy is here. Like, take the rest of April, this spring, to sort of like watch the flowers grow, watch everything blossom and bloom before you try to force everything. Nature just kind of happens in its own time. Stars align themselves in their own time. And as tricky as it might be for you, some of you, and that are really wanting to push forward, ram ahead, that's your nature, Aries. The cards are showing that you're going to have to kind of be careful of that, right? Sort of thing. All right. And then we have card 52, Magical Shapeshifter. And I haven't gotten this card, actually, since I've had this deck, which is like a month now. But okay, number 52, Magical Shapeshifter. Spirit orchestrates everyone's destiny. When the Magical Shapeshifter card arrives, it comes with a mission to make you aware of people who come into your life to impact your personal growth. Perhaps you may meet a soulmate whose presence invites you to be the best you can be, or someone who leads you out of difficulty and into a place of safety or success. Pay attention to those individuals who cross your path and cause you to reflect on your journey. Be awake and aware, and you'll recognize them for the important change agents. That's what the book says. The important change agents that they are. Your whole perspective about who you are and why you're here will shift. The magical map shifter always initiates you into a better version of yourself. Okay, So that's what we're saying here. Some of you are wanting to push forward because you're feeling energies are depleted. You feel like you might be at the mercy of someone, but maybe what the key to this reading is to just observe this other person. Be mindful of what they're doing. Don't give away too much of what you are wanting or doing or needing in your negotiations, and just watch how the people around you are reacting. And that will give you clear indications of how things are meant to go, are going to go, and could go for your benefit. All right, Aries, I hope this reading helped a lot. Hope you glide out of April with lots of good energy, sunshine, fresh air, all that good stuff. Love you lots, and we'll see you next time.